guys. So now you are living in a world where your knowledge is untethered. You can find any information, any explanation, and any material in just one search, one scroll, and one click away. Digital libraries, technologies, and the internet made the information so abundant. At first glance, it sounds like a progress, right? And that it is. But before we celebrate it too fast, let me clarify something. What does actually untethered mean? Tethered is kind of a rope tied down to obstacle, to a border, giving no chance you to improve yourself, to work on yourself constantly. But when it comes to untethered, the rope is gone, something free, like an open sky. In short, untethered knowledge teaches you how to think, while tethered one teaches you what to think. Here is you can see the profound difference between them. Before starting with a real confession, let me give you a quick question. If it sounds familiar, I would kindly ask you to raise your hands. Have you ever found yourself scrolling in Instagram, the Reels, and also watching Telegram channels, coming across with an interesting article, post, or a video, or whatever it is, and you find it interesting, sending to a saved message? Was the purpose of that you will read it later, but actually never did. So, does it sound familiar? Yes, actually it is, because most of us do the same. We just save and actually never look back. But you know, the harsh truth here is saving, exposure to more information doesn't guarantee understanding. It doesn't make you master of your field. And now a real confession. A real truth here, I was one of the top students at school. I really studied well, both socially and academically. But school failed to teach me. Not only me, but also school failed to teach all of us. It is not math, it's not grammar, it is not facts. It is how we call studying independently. When there is no one applauding, when there is no one supporting us, when there is no pressure, like deadline, exams, we just feel lost. Have you ever experienced it? You were a really good student, but when there was no any syllabus, you felt yourself lost because you don't have any motivation to push you forward. It is something that happens to all of us. Another truth that I had so many initiatives, plans, but when I felt it made me feel kind of uncomfortable. Because while starting to take an action, you think. Back then, I used to act so fast, speak so fast, and even move too fast. It is not because I was too eager to gain knowledge, to learn information. It was because my mind was busy asking, how do I look? Am I doing this right? What are these people thinking about me? It is the fear of visibility. These hesitations make people stop taking action, stop starting their initiative. And now think how many plans you have that are still waiting for a perfect time or enough courage Enough courage for you to start the initiatives that you have planned. In this case, it is not, the reason of this is not laziness. It is fear of visibility, being judged, because when you take action, you will be judged. And also, when you stand out from the crowd, you will be visible, which creates a profound fear in people's mentality. When you already procrastinate any important thing that you have already done, it is trained dependence, because we are already dependent on pushes, dependent on guides to show us the steps that we should take. That is the reason why I admire not the most successful people, but the bravest, the strongest one. Because they are the people who started without any people clapping on their achievements, without anybody supporting them. And here, we have the risk, a quite big risk, because we are living in a digital age where information technologies have developed. But it doesn't make people smart. And we are producing the people who know facts, who know information, but who doesn't know how to learn them. And that is dangerous. That is dangerous, because our future doesn't belong to those who simply know. It belongs to those who know how to search, how to learn, and even how to unlearn. That is why with this, I don't mean that schools are useless. With this, I mean schools cannot do the whole job anymore. The focus, the responsibility has shifted. It is we are who should actively study. So studying cannot happen to anybody else. It is we are who should take responsibility over our shoulders. And in this case, the question also changes. Instead of asking, what did they teach me? We should give a question like, what am I teaching myself? Since we are ourselves the teacher of our life. For making our minds untethered, going back, going through the tethered knowledge, we should improve. And while having an untethered mind, not only the way of you think, but also your daily life, your daily habits, even your preferences will change. Now think, whenever there is nobody supporting you, when you achieve something important, how do you reward yourself? A chocolate, a free day, or a night stroll with your friend? This is our common rewards, right, that we give ourselves. But with an untethered level, you start to explore the deeper levels of rewarding. Sometimes the reward is clarity. Understanding that something was impossible in the past is a piece of cake for you now. It means you're improving, right? Sometimes the reward is independence. Being able to take steps without any guide, showing you the way through. Deciding independently, choosing independently. It is what we call independence as a reward. Sometimes the reward is confidence, entering any field without hesitations, with a confidence that you can stay there, you can adapt, you can learn and survive, by gaining knowledge, of course. So when life is uncertain, don't let your minds be tethered. Seek, learn, question every single topic that you are studying without chains. Thank you for your attention.